Defending successfully against red shells is essential for winning in Mario Kart. And there is additional motivation. Whenever you do it with other items than the typical trailing banana or green shell, even when it is easy, you feel like a rock star. Obviously, the powerful horn is the best all-around defensive item in the game. With the horn, you can get rid of everything around you. Even the lonely player trailing by a full round. The bomb is another very powerful defensive item, sometimes even good for 2 red shells at once. You don't always need the big guns. Red shells are very fragile. Any obstacles you find on the racetrack will get rid of red shells very effectively. You will not get hit, and you might even keep your defense. Keeping close to spin boosters is also a solid defensive move. They make you faster, they get rid of red shells, and you save a defensive item. The obvious corollary is that you have to time your red shells carefully when around spin boosters. Here's a clip with different defense options applied. First, the so-called normal defense item is deployed just in time, then I use a lorry to kill the red coming after me. Here's the red behind me, and I am just fumbling the coin out of my first pocket. Keeping the coin through the item box to get defense out faster would have been the right play. My mistake made getting the banana up too close for comfort and more stressful than necessary. Here's the second red coming after me. The lorry will give me a spin boost, provide cover and get rid of the red for me. Other moving obstacles you can use to defend are, of course, the other players. Cutting right in front of one can get rid of a red, but success is far from guaranteed. At least the collateral damage will keep your opponents from gaining ground. Next, we will have a look at defending against red shells with fireflowers, boomerangs and bombs. Just remember that all these items, even though very powerful, can be difficult to handle in the heat of the moment. I, for instance, still need to learn to use the rearview mirror just like in normal driving. The fireflower is very hard to handle. It is rather difficult to pilot your kart forward while at the same time delivering the multiple clicks needed to send fireflowers behind you. As you can see here, it is rather tricky to do while going through an S-turn, and works best when driving straight ahead. I like boomerangs somewhat better. They are easier to handle, and they always give you 2 chances to hit, when being thrown, and on the way back. Here, the red thrown at me by Gold Peach is easily destroyed by my back boomerang. Now passing a player with a red can make sense, when you know you have protection. But the action is rather fast. Let's have a look at the slow motion replay. Here's Metal Mario with his red, who sends it immediately when losing his second place spot. As I am exiting the shortcut, you can see the red already coming after me. Now I have to get rid of the last shroom so I can unleash my boomerang. Defense successful. Notice how the other red we saw coming is used in the fight for third place. I would like to start the chapter about defending with bombs with a longer clip, of a full third lap. One reason is that, even though in the end the race is won by a good bomb defense against a red, some of the other items previously discussed all contributed to make that win possible. The horn by scaring off another contender, and the boomerang to snipe the leader. In Mario Kart, every item can be a great defensive as well as offensive weapon. Most bomb defenses feel really great during play, but the video footage is rather boring, as you never see anything except the reflections of the flash. Even MKTV makes it somewhat hard to find any better perspectives, as their regular hits, or action, or items categories tend to mostly ignore bombs in favor of bananas or shells. So for this next scene, I decided to dig deeper and find out what it really looked like. This is the standard situation for defending against a red with a bomb. I'm in the lead, second place sends a red shortly before or after chaining, and I defend by dropping my bomb behind me so the red flies into it and detonates. Let's look at it from the same camera angle again, and in slow motion. The bomb is a very powerful item in Mario Kart. Here I got 2 in a row, and put them both to good use. Let's check the details in slow motion. Bomb number 1 hits the player behind me. Bomb number 2 takes care of a red shell a little while later. Chaining here is kind of pointless. The pack, fully loaded with items, is right behind me. Maybe I will hit someone with that very loose yellow peel, maybe I will just run into that same banana in my own favorite driving line in lap 2 myself. I have no clue what I am doing it for, or how good or bad the play is. All I know is that I had to defend a red with a bomb, and the odds are somewhat lower than the banana's 100%. Luckily, no damage was done. Now let's have a look at how a Max VR player from Luxembourg does it. That yoshibike with the inside drift looks quite elegant. And here's clumsy old me again, with a fumble. All I could think of was throwing that bomb back while going around that bend. No rearview mirror as usual, and I even threw my bomb after the red had gone by. But even though I did not defend well, the shot was not wasted. Wait for Inkling Girl's triumphant gesture. This is Jiminy, a fierce opponent. I did not get his red with my bomb, but instead I got him. Here's another typical sequence, a fierce onslaught by the player in second, sending every red he can grab. I will not talk in detail about neglecting defense while going for first here, that is not in the scope of this video. Let me just mention that having your back covered during an attack gives better results. Here, the horn takes care of the first red. I draw another bomb, another red is coming, and I leave it behind. The red goes around it and hits me, but my bomb gets the player who sent it. Not the perfect outcome, for that I must learn to look in the rearview mirror. But good enough for winning. Luigi will get very unlucky here. Red or no red, this narrow alley is a great spot to leave a bomb behind. Either snuffing the red or snuffing the player guarantees a good result. Here, I tried to be too clever. One more banana would make a great obstacle, right? The player behind me saw an opportunity for his red. I found myself in trouble for nothing. And then I almost botched the bomb defense by driving into the grass. Too slow a getaway and the blast would get me. But I was lucky. In this race, I got lucky again. My bomb did get both the red shell and the player. Watch. And here is one for the real adrenaline junkies. Bomb defense in mid-air. A good opponent will always send his red where it can do the most damage. Expect them to be coming after you when you fly. Then make sure you hit the red directly to make the bomb go off. The closer the better, as you are flying fast enough to get away from the blast. I would rather not trail a bomb myself, but here the message from a very strong player was crystal clear. Be careful, you are close enough for the blast to get you. So I stayed away and timed everything right. But I still have to work on my biggest weakness, sending a bomb back properly when going around a turn. Thank you for watching. Please drive carefully, press the button to leave me a like, and subscribe to see my next videos. And don't forget to check out more races from the playlists you find on my channel.